the second segment of episode 113. 113.
That's amazing. 113 episodes.
Wow, lots.
Hey, and this is our last episode for the year.
It is. We're actually going to take 2 weeks off for the holidays, and then we'll be back. We will be back the first full week of January.
And so we actually have never. Wait, do we usually take 2 weeks off for Christmas?
I think we have the last 2 years.
Okay, but that's the only time we take 2 weeks off back to back, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Okay. Every once in a while, you take a vacation, I take a vacation. That's about it.
Yeah.
So what's the second segment going to be about? Because you were so excited about it when we started the show, wasn't he?
It was. This is. Let's see.
6 things to never, ever, ever do to your home, Jeff. Golly, I swear no one listens to me.
The thing was that I was the one that found this topic.
You came up with this. And so when I pitched it back to you, and you were like, oh, what? You wanted me to talk?
Anyway.
See what it's like in my world, DC? Mm-hmm. All right, so what do we got?
So number 1 is do not get rid of your only tub in the house. That is now, there are exceptions to this. There are few and far between exceptions to condos, and that would really be about the only exception.
It is, and I get really nervous when people are like, I don't even need a tub in the master bathroom. I'm like, oh my gosh, there are great sculptural tubs and you can get away with that now. But yes, it is such a thing for resale. And I don't think that people think long enough or further enough out that they think that I don't need it, so it doesn't matter. But really on the resale, whether it's for a 2-legged or a 4-legged, someone's going to need it for a little person.
Yes, I would agree. So never remove the only tub from your house. In my house, for example, like my guest bath in the front only had a stand-up shower when I bought the home.
Really?
It did not have a tub. But my back bathroom, my master bathroom, had a tub, and so I just reversed it because I knew I didn't really need the tub and didn't want it. I just wanted to have a big shower in my bathroom. So,
and that's where you wash your dogs.
That's where I wash my dogs.
Interesting. So the second thing to do is never, ever, ever leave the cabinets on when you paint them. And this is
cabinet doors.
Cabinet doors. And this is near and dear to my heart because Jason is actually painting the cabinets in the utility room right now. And that was one of my big things. And I was so impressed. He actually went as far as to draw a grid of the utility room and know which each cabinet went so he could put it back and then label it. I thought, this is amazing. But it makes a huge difference because I think so many times when we go into homes that have been flipped, you can tell that that's a tiny thing that they're trying to speed and
save time.
Yep. And it makes us feel like what else is behind the walls that you tried to speed past.
When you see painted hinges, it just kind of makes me go, whoa.
You're like, well, what else did you forget? What else did you not do? Are all the faucets connected correctly?
And number 3 thing to not do is don't plant a tree next to your house. I know it sounds great. Sounds like it would be wonderful to have that thing hanging over your house when it's mature. But what happens if you have a tree that tree roots are potentially the same size as the canopy is.
Right.
And so what we have seen many times is, even that volunteer tree that nobody ever just took out, it's going to be fine. And then it ends up causing foundation problems right there.
Absolutely.
And it can cause sewer problems too, because those roots are looking for water. Did I take your line?
You read my mind because I was going to say the same thing, is that I think you should actually go one step further and know where your fresh and your sewer water lines are, and remember to go away from those because the roots are going to be attracted to that, especially if they're old.
Yes.
It is going to make a problem.
Yes.
What's the third?
The fourth?
Oh, that was the third. Fourth.
So number 4 is never cover wallpaper with water-based paint. You can tell. Just don't do it. Just trust me.
And I think it actually goes so far as to like bubble and cause the wallpaper to release, like the water-based glue in the back of the wallpaper and the paint. It all kind of makes a huge mess. Interesting. I saw some scoring tools that you could get at the paint store to help you take wallpaper off. So I would definitely Google and get that done and done right.
Yes, I would totally agree.
So the next thing I think that you would want to remember, and I think that Homer, the one that we first featured on the show, was not remove architectural elements of significance. And that can be anything from a lead glass window. In mid-century modern, a lot of times it can be a breezeway brick. We had Ravinia Heights. Also, it doesn't have to be mid-century modern, but sometimes cabinets that were built in the early 50s up to the early 60s were built a little bit differently. And you and I have an actual rent house, and we left the cabinets in the kitchen because sometimes they'll be built with an interesting wood, or they'll be built maybe on an angle. So they show an element of interest that we feel like can really be resonating to both buyers and renters right now.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the last thing that we recommend that you don't do is don't stay with your old style thermostat. There are so many options out there now that are inexpensive. It used to be that, basically Nest was really the only thing that was pretty intelligent, but they were also not inexpensive. And so there are so many options out there now that have programmable thermostats and things that are so much more energy efficient that it is I'm going out on a limb and I'll say, you'd probably make your money back within your first couple of years. Plus you've saved all that energy.
Yep. And I think that Zach found a link to an actual programmable thermostat that was like $50. And I believe it's one of the ones that we're familiar with, but he's going to put that in the links as well. So many times people forget to actually change the thermostat while they're on vacation as well. And now they're all connected to Wi-Fi that you can actually open the app and actually change the temperature when you're not there. It's also really good if you have a rental house and you want to kind of watch and see what's going on.
So we hope you found those things helpful. There's lots of things that you should do. One of the things we're going to talk about in our first episode of next year is some of the things that you should do right after you purchase your home. Some of the things that, it's like a checklist of things that you really, these need to be done. So,
and hopefully in 2021, we'll be able to get guests back on. I feel like that was a really great thing when we had guests. So if anyone runs into someone that they find interesting or they do something to their house that they thought really turned out well, we'd love to know about that. And maybe give us an idea and maybe have a guest on there.
Yeah, that would be great. We are having a Zoom guest come in on, I think it's January 9th to talk to us about solar power and how that is trending. And, we know how it's affecting value on the home. So we thought we would have somebody come in and talk about it from the installer point of view and the person who actually, that's their product. So
sounds like a plan.
So happy holidays. We, again, wish we could just, run out and hug everybody. And, we really missed having our holiday party this year. That was probably one of the harder things to accept because we have so much fun at those things. So you'll be seeing another little video about that shortly, but happy holidays, happy new year.
And remember, we want to be a Realtors for Life.